welcome to Joe Daddy's Feeder Farms. We're back at it today and we're going to be doing superworms today. So I want to show you guys what we're going to need. We're going to need a tackle box or some kind of way of separating the superworms. They don't like to be around others when they do it. So any way you want to do that, they have those individual cups. I find that a little harder, but the tackle box works great for me. They got dividers in it, so let's get to it. All right, guys, so with your tackle box, you're gonna have inserts in here. You're gonna wanna make sure they stay divided. They're gonna either wanna fight or they'll wanna eat each other in nature, so that way they don't want to be able to intermingle. They can hear each other, they can smell each other, all that fun stuff, but they can't be next to each other.
Are they gonna be able to breathe?
Why, of course they're gonna be able to. Check it out. So what we've taken a drill bit and we put holes on the top. So we're going to be able to put those individually in here. The worms are going to be compartmentalized, just like a prison. They did something wrong, so we got to separate them. During that time, we expect some kind of transformation. And then once they get transformation, we let them out. I mean, it's a great jail cell, kind of prison kind of thing. You got your super worms. They're all individualized. They're all floating around. So what you want to do is you want to feed them, get them fat, and get them like nice and mature. And you got small ones, you got fat ones, you got skinny ones, but what you're looking for is the dark color superworm. The big, fat, juicy one that's like so awesome to crunch and juice come all over your mouth. Like, that's the one you want to find. So now that you picked out the ones you have, they're fat, they're juicy, they've already had their last molt, I'm going to show you how easy this stuff is. I'm going to show you on the pill bottle, or the pill dealio right here, the 7-day pill thing. No, I'm not on the pill, but I had an extra laying around. And I'm going to throw one in here, and I'm trying to hold it close. I'm going to close it. Done. Shake, shake, shake. Do the shake. Who wants to go in there? Done. There it is. Shake, shake, shake. Done. See ya. Shake, shake, shake. See ya. They're like in solitaire, right? They did something wrong, so they got us to solitude. No food, no water.
What? No food, no water? Are you coming around, Daddy?
No food, no water. That's right, sweetheart. So that's why it's going to go in here. Without the presence of moisture and food, they're going to be able to go into that creative state where they're going to actually start pupating. It's really cool. They curl up in a like small little ball, and they start morphing into this pupate. So as they're getting ready, they're like a costume. They're in there, they're changing, they're going to come out as a beetle, right?
Hey, yo, it takes me 2 weeks to get ready over here.
All right, now that you guys have already divided up your superworms, you have them in the individual compartments, what do you do with it now? Easy. You find a drawer somewhere, or you find a closet that's dark. You don't want these guys in the light. They're not going to change. They're not going to change in the light. They're not going to change anywhere that's cool. So you're going to want to find like a closet up on top, on the top shelf, right next to your money box. I mean your shoe box, right? Or you're going to want to go find that. No, don't put it in your wife's underwear drawer. I don't want to deal with divorce calls or texts after this. But you might want to put it up on her closet, up by her, like her purses she never touches. You know, find a place like that. And if you're like, I don't know if it's dark enough, here's the trick for you. Turn on your phone, push video, put it wherever you're thinking about putting the box, and then shut the door or whatever, and then come back to the phone, check out that video, and see how dark it is. You don't have to have it pitch black, but you want to make sure like it's 80-90% dark, dark, dark in there, so that way they feel like they're alone in the dark. Now let's talk about temperature real quick. Just because you have them in the house, it might be in a cold spot, so you want to make sure it's in a warm spot. Now I have an incubator for mine, so we're not going to talk about where I keep mine at, because I have it set and controlled. But if we're just doing it on a low scale, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to make sure it's around like between 70 and 80 is perfectly.
Hey, Daddy, what are those alien things over there?
No, they're not aliens. They're superworm beetles in disguise as pupas. Alright, guys. So once you guys get your pupas going, they're here, right here. This is like tea. This is like gold. Okay? Gold. And what do you do next, right? And so here's what I do. Is I get some sort of other container, and I have bran in the bottom of this. And yes, I did put it in my oven for 20 minutes at 225. I wanted to make sure there was no mites or anything else, spiders or anything else that live in there. So essentially, all I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, and I'm going to pour these in there. Now, other people are going to have different ideas. You can put it in a normal container without it. I like to put it in here. The other thing I like to do on a low basis of when we're doing this is I'll take like 1 carrot and put it in there. And the reason why I do that is because once the beetles come out, I don't want them attacking the other pupa. I want them to be able to go and find the moisture and the nutrients they're looking for and leave everybody else alone. Now, once they start coming out of their pupa, you're going to want to transfer them back into, or transfer them into another container. Now that you've taken the beetles out of here and put them in here, what do we do now? So long story short, this is gone, so we're gonna put that aside for a sec. Now, you have everything in here. You got beetles galore. Look at them all. Now they're gonna do the dance with no pants. They're gonna do whatever you wanna call it. They're gonna mate, they're gonna have kids, right? So they're gonna actually lay eggs on top of this whole thing. Like, they're gonna lay eggs on the egg crates, on the carrots, on the apples. Everywhere they're gonna lay, even if there was a dead beetle and that's where she wanted to lay, that's where she's gonna lay. So I usually leave everything in here. Now, I don't like to see the dead beetles in here, I really don't. So I will pull the dead beetles out, even though I just told you they might lay on them. I tend to do that. Other people may not, but I do. So what I do is I look in here. When I see dead beetles, I pull them out right away. So that way there is less of a chance of doing that. Now, after all the beetles are gone, I leave everything else in here. I'll put carrots on the edges. The reason why I put carrots is because that lasts longer. The babies can get to it. And the other thing too is if you're not seeing a lot of babies at first, they're so tiny, it'll take weeks to get over from here to here. So what we want to do is create the moisture areas, that way they can come and get the carrots and the nutrients and stuff they can get without having to travel so far. So that's one of those tips that I see a lot of people doing wrong, is they don't put enough in here at first, and they're like, I can't do this, it's so hard, they always die. And most of the time they're dying because of dehydration. After that, guys, just continually putting carrots in here, and you'll start seeing the frass move around and the bran move around. It's actually a really cool thing. I don't have any here, I'm already sold out, sorry, but the beetles are here. So this is the part of the hobby about breeding, is that you start getting the fruits of your labor. So you're gonna start seeing all these different stages. You kind of get excited, start getting excited. And gosh, there's nothing like being able to see the babies move around, and then they start maturing, and then you're like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be able to grab those and feed them to my pet. Thanks for watching Joe Daddy's Feeder Farm. Until next time, guys, the geckos are saying bye. Two.
Excuse me, I'm getting here.